With October out the way, let's put aside the candy, the costumes, and the spooky anime, and refresh ourselves with some wholesome anime that'll put a smile on your face. Before we get into it, I just want to preface this video by saying that it will be formatted differently than my normal top 10 videos. So if you can watch the whole thing through and let me know if you have any feedback, then I would love that a lot. Anyways, let's get on to the video. So, you want animes that'll make you smile. Well, how about some animes with adorable little kids? Because who doesn't like little kids? Wait a minute. If you're interested in these, then you have a fair amount to choose from, but I suggest either Sweetness and Lightning or Usagi Drop. Sweetness and Lightning follows the story of Kohei Inuzuka after his wife's sudden death, leaving him to take care of his daughter Tsumugi alone. But since his wife did a lot of the cooking, Kohei lacks a lot of culinary skills and is frustrated that he has to keep on giving her ready-made meals. Thus, he seeks help from one of his students to teach him how to cook. Each episode in Sweetness and Lightning is the three of them spending their days together, and Kohei learns not only how to cook, but also how to interact and raise Tsumugi properly. Sweetness and Lightning has a more happy vibe to it and will put an endless amount of smiles on your face while you watch, but Usagi Drop, although very similar, is a little different. Daikichi Kawachi is a normal 30-year-old man working a pretty decent paying job when suddenly he gets news that his grandfather passed away. Now when he gets to the funeral home, he meets a very young girl named Yin, who turned out to be his grandfather's illegitimate child. How Grandpa Jr. is still kicking at his age is a whole nother mystery I don't know the answer to. Daikichi's relatives refuse to take her in because she's an embarrassment to them, as all Asians think, and so he takes her in and raises her alone. Usagi Drop is a little slower and more calming than Sweetness and Lightning. Daikichi is not the only one who learns about what it takes to raise a child, but Rin also learns about adapting to her new family. The two create a really wholesome dynamic and really shows things that you may have taken for granted when growing up. If you watch this show, then it will definitely make you appreciate your family more if you didn't already. Both of these animes consist of a very similar theme of not just normal parenthood, but also being a single parent. They take you on a roller coaster of emotions, and each episode is filled with moments that will just melt your heart because of how wholesome it is. Okay, now maybe that isn't your cup of tea, and maybe you want something else. Well, here are some anime about finding and achieving your goals and aspirations. Now wait, it may seem cheesy and cliche, but hear me out, okay? If you want anime like this, then I suggest you check out Barakamon, Poco's Udon World, and A Place Farther Than the Universe. Barakamon is about a young and upcoming calligrapher, Seishu Handa, but due to his pride he loses his cool, when his work gets criticized. Because of that, his father sends him to Goto Island to self-reflect and learn from it. Handa tries to take this time and find some inspirations to form his own art style, but the countryside is very different than major cities, and he learns this the hard way as everyone seems to bother him all the time. Mom, get out of my room, I'm recording! Okay, for me, this is something I wish I could experience more, as someone who has been both in a small town and a big city. The relationship you get in a small, tight-knit community is something that you can't really get in the city, and that's portrayed really well as you watch this anime. Watching Handa grow not only as a calligrapher, but also as a person is fun to watch, as he isn't a perfect person and goes through things that you and I do as well. It's a really down-to-earth anime about finding yourself and helping your community. Poco's udon worlds is a little different. We follow Sota Tawara, who returns to his hometown in Kagawa. When visiting his dad's old udon shop, he finds a strange boy sleeping in a pot. Sota does what any normal person would and gives him food and clothes since they were a little worn out. He eventually learns that the little boy, yes a boy, is a tanuki and takes him and gives him the name Poco. This anime is super heartwarming, not only because Poco is the most adorable thing to ever live, but also because Sota reminisces about his own father and how now notices the reasons his father did things like stay in the countryside and run an udon shop. I feel that many of us can relate to that. We hear our parents often say, "You don't understand because you're a kid." And although we think that's bullshit as a kid, it's really not. And you don't realize that until it's either too late or you're too old. Which is exactly what happens to Sota as his father passed away. And it's really an eye-opener. It makes this anime one worth watching. Arigato. Now, while Barakabon and Poco's udon world are similar in some sense that an adult finding their place in life, a place farther than the universe is more about finding your place and ambitions as a teenager.
Enjoy your trip.
Mari Tamaki has always been in awe of the world around her and dreamt of what lies beyond the reaches of the universe. But like most people, she fears the unknown and worries over her own limitations even though she has such massive ambitions. She feels unable to take that first step towards achieving them. That is, until she has a chance encounter with another girl. This anime may seem weird on the surface, right? Girls want to go to Antarctica, all for different reasons. But if you dismiss this anime because of that surface level analysis, then you are missing out because it is anything but weird. This anime does an amazing job when it comes to portraying teenage aspirations. When you're a kid, you have ambitions and you want to do things that may seem unachievable. And as we grow older, we put away those ambitions and focus more on reality. And as a teenager, you're sort of stuck in that middle ground. But this anime does such an amazing job at turning that on its head and making that ambition a reality. And that's something that I feel like most people should realize. Through hard work, you can make ambitions a reality. And again, this anime does a really good job at that. So make sure to give this one a watch.
絶対に言って無理だって言った全員にざまあみろって言ってやる。受験終わって高校入った時にそう決めたの。
And of course, there's a lot more than the ones that I've explained and elaborated on, but If these didn't quite hit the mark, then try out these ones. Hitoribochi no marumaru seikatsu?
あんた以外はねみたいな
Gakuen babysitters?
最初はイチャイのたたけイチャイの飛んでた
The helpful fox Senko-san?
そうじゃんおよではこれでそうじゃんおよ
And the more recent senpai ga uzai kohai no hanashi.
その人にあげたんでしょ。本命のやつは。
それって弟のこと
All of these are great ones to watch that'll easily make you grin ear to ear, especially the last one. But this video is getting a little long. Yes, it's shorter than my other uploads, but I want to try shortening them to see how it goes. And also, if you have any anime to add, then put them in the comments. A lot of people look to the comments for any additional anime, so if you have any, drop them there. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you enjoyed this different style, then make sure to leave a like and let me know. That way I know what works. And if you don't like this format or just have some criticism, then drop me a comment. I read almost all the comments. So like always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.